Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
Hi, I'm Yue Xu.
And I'm Julie Kraftchick.
We're active daters turned dating insiders.
Here to dive into everything modern dating and relationships.
Welcome to Dateable.
So many of us approach dating trying to seem impressive, polished, or normal enough to be liked. But what if confidence actually comes from letting people see the weird, specific, authentic parts of you sooner? In our day 5 of our 7 days of dating confidence, we're talking about the courage it takes to fully be yourself while dating. In this episode, MK shares how she leaned into her quirky side early on for her now boyfriend, including sending him a photo dressed head to toe in Hamilton gear. And instead of pushing him away, it helped create deeper connection and comfort between them from the start. I love this conversation because dating can become so performative. We carefully curate ourselves enough not to scare anyone off, but often the strongest relationships come from feeling safe enough to fully be yourself. We discuss taking emotional risks, embracing your quirks instead of hiding them, and why confidence often comes from self-acceptance, not perfection. If you've ever worried that you're too much, too weird, or too different to find love, this episode is your reminder that the right person isn't looking for a watered-down version of you. Make sure to subscribe to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen so you don't miss the next episode in this series. And while you're there, please leave us a 5-star review. It really goes such a long way in keeping this show running as long as we have. Enjoy!
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Dateable, a show that discusses pretty much everything about modern dating. Each episode we feature real stories from real people to tell us how they make modern dating work, or not. But in today's case, our guest will tell us how she did make modern dating work. Her name is MK. Hey girl.
Hey.
So MK is 29 years old. She's been in San Francisco for 11 years, originally from SoCal. Where in SoCal?
Like the Pasadena area. That's where I grew up, went to high school and
Beautiful.
Stuff. Yeah.
Rose Bowl,
Yeah,
all that.
exactly.
So we brought MK on the show to talk about this idea of authenticity and being yourself when it comes to modern dating. And Julie saw one of your posts on Facebook.
I saw on your post, and I'll obviously let you go into more detail about kind of taking this risk and sending a photo to your crush at the time, fully dressed in Hamilton gear.
Yeah. So oh man. Yeah. So I'm like obsessed with Hamilton, which is one of the facts about me in life. And I guess now like a year and a half ago or even longer ago, I had just started, I'd gone on one date with my current boyfriend, Jarrett. And we, in the time between our first date and our second date, I had like my first Hamilton theme ride. I'm a soul cycle instructor. And for the theme ride, I dressed up in a full colonial costume.
Wow.
Like I was wearing a children's colonial costume, a wig.
With a wig?
And a hat, like the whole thing. And I just looked like a young man from the 18th century.
Sexy. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, right? Like totally the look every young woman's going for. And I just fully sent a picture of myself in that full costume.
Wait, back up for a second. How did you meet Jared?
Oh, okay. So we met on Hinge.
Okay.
And actually, in terms of like being your authentic self, we came out the gate being just like outrageously authentic. my general rule of thumb in life is introduce people to the weird as quickly as you can because it's not going anywhere. So I can't waste anybody's time. I don't want anybody wasting any of their time. So our initial exchange on Hinge, our messaging exchange, immediately dove into like this elongated joke about catfishing, and it ended with me saying something along the lines of, I've been hanging out with this life-size cardboard cutout of Justin Bieber lately, and things are going really well. So I want to kind of keep my options open. But like, I wouldn't mind grabbing a drink with you.
Wow, not holding back
Like that
at
was
all.
like that was my pickup line. Like that is how I asked.
I've seen that Justin Bieber
Yeah.
cutout in your
Oh,
Soul
yeah, I
Cycle
know.
class.
He's cheating on me.
Yeah,
I
right.
used to be with him. So then, fast forward to your first date. What did you guys do?
So we went out, we met up for drinks, and the first bar that we had, well, there had been this whole hilarious debacle of pushing the time back, and then Jarrett was going to be late, and then I was going to be late, and eventually I got there and got to the bar that we were supposed to meet at, and he was sitting outside because it was too crowded inside, and so we just made like a game time decision and walked up the street to another wine bar and just posted up inside there, and they were also really crowded, so we were literally sitting in a windowsill. And
Which bar?
I forget the name. It's somewhere in Russian Hill, though, somewhere like on Hyde. I was just kind of going with the flow, and I also had a few glasses of wine already anyway, so whatever works for me. And we got there, and we're just huddled up in the corner, and Jarrett really hilariously like ordered a glass of Pinot Grigio, and then it appeared, and he was surprised it was a white wine. He was like, "What? I thought I ordered a red wine." Oh, you don't know anything about wine, do you? This is going to go great. Me neither. And then we just talked for hours. And
So you had an immediate connection.
oh my God, yeah. It was crazy. There was just what I loved so much about it, and why I think it was such a great first date, like the best first date I've ever been on, obviously, is that we just immediately went into, it felt so comfortable. It was like banter. There was no small talk. It was, here are my crazy stories. Here are my crazy stories. Here's how I view the world. Here's how I view the world. And it was so fun.
How did the date end?
It ended, so Jarrett actually told me that he, like, in the setup of the date, he told me that he had a surprise birthday party to go to that night. And so he had to like leave at a certain time to get to the party.
Oh, that's his out.
Which at the time I was like, oh yeah, no problem. I totally understand. And so I eventually looked down at my phone and realized we were an hour past when he was supposed to go for his
shit.
And so I thought I was being so wonderful. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, we can wrap this up, blah, blah. So we wrapped up the date, and he was still going with that story that I think he felt like he couldn't really back out of it then, even though the date was going so well. And so we parted ways, and I kissed him goodnight and sent him along his merry way, and then found out after the fact that there was no
total
party.
bullshit. He just went home and, by himself.
Yeah, exactly.
What compelled you to send this photo of you in full Hamilton gear?
It was, it honestly, it was my form of flirting. That is just,
Hey, it works.
yeah, right? It's worked out pretty well. The line that went along with it was something like, oh man, another late night at the office, and just me in my Hamilton gear. And what his response, it's like so weird that I still remember so clearly his response to that text message, because that would be pretty overwhelming for anybody you haven't known for that long to like receive that. And his response was, oh, weird, I wore the same thing today. And then he really sincerely asked, oh, that looks so cool. How did it go? Did you have fun? I bet it was awesome. And so for me, that's really sort of defined our whole relationship, is it's been set up like a joke and then something really sincere to follow, which suits me very well.
Have you sent these messages before on other dates?
Great question. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Is that like a photo you just have in one folder that you can send after every day?
You could weed out people.
It happened like while it happened in real time. Like I sent that picture in real time between our first and second date. And I've always like dating wise been really open with who I am and not hiding any of those facets of my personality because they're just so prominent. And
you're going to find out eventually.
Exactly. There's just no way. And if somebody can't connect with you at your most authentic self, then it's never really going to work. That's where you want the chemistry to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're letting that freak flag fly and they're like, yo, my freak flag sees you.
Yes.
Enjoys that.
Yes. Our freak flags can make out together.
Yeah, right?
So I just want to set the picture for our listeners because I'm just trying to imagine this. After you go on a first date with someone, I'm thinking about my own personal experiences. I have a hard time even sending a text message.
Right.
Because I'm like, well, the guy should follow up. Maybe he should tell me that he had a good time. But to send a photo, now, if I were to choose to send a photo after a first date, I probably want to choose like the most attractive photo of myself, right?
Mm.
And maybe it's like me at a gala or,
Oh, yeah.
look at me at this like charity event.
You got that lighting right. It's
Yes.
like the hair's on
All that makeup. I want them
Mhm.
to see me at my best. You sent a photo of you. Normally you're in a sports bra.
Yes.
Teaching Soul Cycle. But this is the one time you're fully covered from head to toe, including a wig and a hat.
I've literally
As a man.
never thought of it that way. I teach every single class, like in a sports bra, just in my leggings, like spandex on spandex, like sweaty, living life. And I opted, exactly, to send him the sexiest photo possible, which was me in an Amazon children's large colonial costume.
So here's the question. Did you have any hesitation in sending that photo?
No, not really. I was like, I'm doing it. And it worked out well. And I think that if it hadn't, that would have been really telling for me. Cause this isn't to say that there have been times where I have let my freak flag fly and people have been like, cool, I'm going to say no thank you. I hope you have a great life. I would never like to see you again. It's like, okay, great. Good talk. See you
But
later.
at least you know.
At least you know
Totally.
ahead of time.
Yeah.
Did you discuss it with your friends before sending the photo? Was there much time that you...
No, it was
put
a
into
quick
this?
turnaround. It was like that night. So I didn't really, but I did like screenshot. I do remember screenshotting his response and then sending that to my friends because I was so impressed with that response. And that's just, that's his character too.
Yeah.
That's who he is as a person he's always there to like celebrate the hilarious hijinks and then also come in with like a sincere, and how did you feel? Like, how did it make you feel? How are you doing?
Had you guys talked before this photo?
Yeah. Oh, we had. So we'd been on our first date already. So
Right. I mean like in between.
Yes. We've been texting each other because we were going out later that week.
Okay.
So we had been texting each other back and forth. And I don't really have, I don't know what it is about us, but I think this is why too, it is so great between us. But like there was never, in the past, I've always, when you're texting back and forth with someone and there's a little bit of that hesitation and you do check with your friends, like, does this text sound weird? Does this text, like, can I say this? Can I say this? I kind of, the older I got in life, the more I'd gotten over that in general.
Totally.
But especially with him, it was just like stream of consciousness, 100% of the time, back and forth.
Yeah.
And before we had even gone on our first date, between when we had matched on Hinge and when we went on the first date, it was like right before the holidays. And then when we got back from holidays and sometime in January, and we've been texting in that in between time. And, like when he was partying in Miami, like he would send me videos of somehow he ended up near Drake at a club. And I was
So
like,
constant communication.
Yeah. But it automatically felt like I was talking, to like my best friend.
Yeah. Well, that's when you know, right?
Yeah.
That level, that's
Yeah.
like, I feel like anytime you're questioning it, that is not the right person.
Yeah,
Right.
you're hesitating. Well, we have a little surprise for you, MK. We called Jarrett right before you came in,
Oh my God.
and we asked him some questions we think you might want to hear.
Oh God.
Let's hold that thought because we have a quick message from our sponsors. Have you ever had a time in your life where you genuinely didn't want a serious relationship, but still wanted connection and chemistry? Fling is a dating app that's designed for this intention, where you can meet people who are on the same page and there's no pressure to define what you're looking for, whether you're coming out of a relationship or divorce, or you just don't have the time to really date. Fling is a great alternative to get back out there because casual dating is only problematic when we aren't aligned on expectations. You can keep things light, be upfront about your intentions, and connect with people who are looking for the same vibe. And the best part is that for women, Fling is completely free to join. You can sign up and start using the app immediately without any paywall standing in the way. You also get to choose who can see you, share photos privately, and keep things discreet, which gives you more control over the experience. It's time as women we reclaim the Fling in a way that works for us. Download the Fling app in the App Store or visit fling.me today. Again, you can download the Fling app in the App Store or visit fling.me today. The best summer pieces are the ones you end up wearing on repeat, comfortable, versatile, and somehow right for almost every occasion. And that's why I've been living in Quince lately. If you know me, you know I wear their linen set constantly, whether I'm traveling or just running errands. It's just one of those outfits that makes getting dressed feel effortless. Quince makes incredible elevated essentials using premium materials, all without the traditional retail markup. And in addition to their clothes, I've been obsessed with their 14 karat gold jewelry to finish off an outfit. Now, a simple pair of hoops or a delicate chain makes even a basic look feel so intentional. The best part is everything's priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands because they work directly with ethical factories and cut out the middlemen. Make your summer wardrobe feel easier. Go to quince.com/dateable for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/dateable for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/dateable.
Oh God.
So here we go.
Hello.
Hi, Jarrett. This is Yue and Julie from Dateable Podcast.
Hey guys, how are you?
Jarrett.
So basically, we have two quick questions. One is, do you recall after the first date, the message, what she sent? What was that?
Yeah, when she sent me a picture of her dressed in all of her Hamilton gear and said something witty, I'm sure, and made a joke about it. I loved it. So I think with dating, and especially online dating or dating through apps, I feel like it can be hard to really find somebody who stands out sometimes and is really sort of being themselves. It can be a little hard to kind of express yourself over that medium sometimes. And she very clearly from the very beginning was something a little different, which I liked. I think she made some joke about it that I told her that I was actually wearing the same outfit, and that was super weird. And
Who wore it better?
I loved it because, yeah, exactly. You'll have to come to my soul cycle class to see. I think what I really liked about it is just that she very clearly was so passionate about what she was doing, and that is really attractive,
So she's going to be here in like 10 minutes. Do you have anything you want to say to her? We're going to play this for her while she's here.
Yeah, tell her that I'm gonna come home and see her in that outfit, and then she can tell you who wore it better.
Some role play going on. Thanks again for your
Yeah,
time.
thanks guys.
What do you think would have happened if you didn't send that photo?
We were already, I don't think I ever would have seen the show, the actual musical Hamilton. I sent him that photo, and that night, we were texting later that night, and he had gone online and was looking at Wikipedia of Alexander Hamilton's history in general, and then about the show, and started listening to the soundtrack and getting a little into it. And fast forward, I think it was 4 months after that, in May, he surprised me and took me to the show in New York.
Oh,
yeah.
That's amazing.
So,
that's so sweet.
if I never sent that photo, I don't know if I'd ever seen the show, first of all.
And let me just clarify, you had this obsession with Hamilton before you even saw the show.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry. To be clear, I totally forgot too that before I sent him that picture, like we had never talked about it. I mean, we'd only been on one date, but we never talked about it and never brought it up with him about anything. And really dove right in there just to let him know what I was into. But I think that if I hadn't sent that photo, I think I would have missed out on some fun stuff. We would still be seeing each other. I think the connection was so strong at that point. But I definitely don't think we've now seen the show together twice, and
it's like a thing.
It's a thing.
I do think if you didn't send that photo, you would have sent a photo of something else.
Oh yeah,
equally as weird.
Oh,
It
yeah,
would have come out
eventually.
Your beaver cut out. It would have been that.
Oh yeah, I didn't even have to. Yeah. He's gotten a lot of weird videos of like me and the beaver cut out. It's okay.
So let's go on to some takeaways from
Yeah.
this story. What are some advice you can give to others who are maybe hesitant to show their true colors in the first couple of dates?
Yeah, I get it. I really understand the hesitation because it's scary. In life in general, it's scary to be vulnerable and be yourself and be real because there's always the potential that someone isn't going to be into it and there's going to be some sort of level of rejection, and that's really hard. But the payoff is so big and it's so good, and it just feels so good in life in general to be authentic, to be comfortable with who you are, to own your space, to own everything about yourself. And I have found, at least in my experience, that the more you show up to any type of connection or relationship or interaction with authenticity, like the brighter and stronger and more wonderful those connections become. So if doing it in a dating realm feels a little bit too aggressive at first, just try it more in normal interactions every day with like colleagues or friends or people you meet at Whole Foods who are checking you out while you're purchasing those avocados. But I think it's like a muscle, and if you practice and you strengthen it, and then it'll help you to like just feel better in situations where dating, the stakes are a little higher, you're feeling a little more vulnerable, but you'll have done it a little bit more. So
you mentioned this word authenticity quite a bit. And I think for all of us, I mean, we know the dictionary definition of authenticity, but what is that? Is that some sort of feeling? What is it? And I do think that for anybody kind of thinking about who am I? What is like the most authentic version of myself? I would just say it's what you are compelled to do.
yeah,
Right? For example, you were compelled to send this photo and send this message because it's naturally who you are. But I think a lot of times in modern dating is that we think, well, if I were to do this, then what would be the consequence? We're so concerned with the consequence. I don't want to come off in a certain way. I don't want him to see me in this certain way. I don't want her to think of me in a certain way. But at the end of the day, and you said something earlier, is that if they don't accept you for who you are authentically, then they're not the right person for you.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
We focus so much in dating on getting the other person to like us back. We forget that we're pretty awesome too. And if they don't like us for who we are, then they're not the right person.
Right. I think so much of that too is tied into growing as an individual in yourself and really feeling confident in who you are, because I do believe that you attract then people who are drawn to that light and to that confidence. And yeah, I think exactly what you said, authenticity, it's doing what you feel compelled to do. It's doing the things that bring you joy, that make you feel good. And finding someone who not only enjoys who you are and those parts about you, but really amplifies them. And, it's okay. That's not to say like, y'all don't have to be freaking weirdos out there, like dressing up in strange costumes, sending photos to people.
Amazon's gonna be out of stock
right?
with Hamilton costumes.
It's like that's not the path for everybody at all. It's what feels good to you. It's what feels real to you, and what feels like the truest version of yourself. And finding and appreciating the people in your life who embrace that and celebrate it.
Mhm.
That's the other thing, is like, I don't want anybody to get confused between someone who like tolerates your authentic self and someone who celebrates your authentic
Huge
self.
difference, because this brought you guys closer.
Oh,
because
for sure.
Like, obviously he liked that you did this, and then your response to his response got you excited.
Yeah.
Like, it built up your momentum and built up that connection.
Yeah.
I think sometimes when we talk about what we're looking for in an ideal partner, we often talk about like finding a connection with someone on how we view life and what kind of family we want to raise, and like what our aspirations are, how ambitious we are. But we forget to say we need to find someone to connect with us on some of the things that are kind of off the beaten path,
Yeah.
right? Your quirks, the things that are weird about you, your vulnerabilities, your weaknesses.
Yeah.
Those are also points of connection. And in fact, those can help us get to a deeper connection with someone.
Right. Because that's what opens the door. Like, I think everyone would love to bust through and automatically get into the deep conversations of, what do you think the meaning of life is? What do you think? Like, how many kids do you want? And stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the reality is, creating all of these smaller points of connection and intimacy along the way are what sort of guide that and let it get to that place.
Right.
I mean, there's that quote that I'm totally going to slaughter right now where it's like, the world is weird. You're a little weird. Like, everybody's a little weird. You just find the person who's weird matches up with your weird, and we call it love.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
like
that there's
That's
a lot
great.
to that. It's like, I've always been on the hunt for my best friend who it just so happens I can't keep my hands off of. Like, there's that, those were both parts to it. And I think that if you like wouldn't hide it from your best friend, you shouldn't hide it from your partner.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's not how your friendships are.
No.
I think Jared actually said a point that stuck with me, like that you stood out, especially with online dating. One of the things that we hear a lot from people if they're going on multiple dates and seeing tons and tons of people is that, like, if you don't make that connection, you kind of just like fall off.
Oh, 100%.
Out of the area. So I think like what you did, I mean, obviously people shouldn't just get the Hamilton costume to make a statement like you said.
Don't copy.
But, well, not just that, just do what's authentic to you. But I think something that makes you stand out, being yourself, will, back to what you've said, will like attract that right person and have them see you differently.
Yeah. I mean, none of this would have ever even happened if in that initial message exchange on Hinge, on the dating app, if we both hadn't come out the gates. Like, it did stand out. I, like everybody else, had a million conversations that were like, hey, what's up? And then never went anywhere. He did open with the line, so what does MK stand for? And I got an opening line about my name a lot on dating apps.
Mm-hmm, I'm sure.
And I was like, oh, brother, not another one. But then I just like dove in right away to the joke. And he came back with like a witty response, and it just snowballed from there.
So that's a good takeaway. Even if someone doesn't give it to you, like, you can turn the conversation.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Because I could have been like, Mary Kate, like,
how are you doing?
How
was your
you?
weekend? Yeah.
But it's just, doesn't have a style. So, I think just really owning your space and owning who you are, and people in general in life, relationships are a reflection of that, but like just in life in general, the more authentic you are, I found, the better your connections are to the world around you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I want to dive into this even more, but before we do, let's take a quick break to hear from our partners. If you're someone whose book talk algorithm is basically just dark romance recommendations, I have one for you. Losers Part 1 and Part 2 by New York Times bestselling author Harley LaRue. I love this book because it transported me back to high school. It's a dark romance that starts with a former queen bee reconnecting with the 4 guys she used to bully in high school. What begins as revenge turns into something way deeper. Found family, healing, queer representation, kink exploration, and honestly, some of the most emotionally layered relationships I've ever read in this genre. It was such a page turner, I could not put it down. The relationships between all the characters are what made the story so addictive. And if you're a physical book collector, the new deluxe editions are gorgeous. They have stenciled edges, exclusive fan art, and the foil covers connect to create one complete set. You can find Losers Part 1 and 2 by Harley LaRue wherever books are sold in print and in ebook.
On the under $3 menu at McDonald's, a McChicken is $1.50. Because when you're craving a McChicken, you deserve a McChicken. And now that McChicken is just $1.50 with McValue.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
So what's weird about Jarrett? What are some of his quirks?
Tell us. So I always make the joke that like, I don't know if he's funny, but he makes me laugh, but he is funny, he like wears weird socks to work every day. He works in finance, so he has like a really big sock collection. And I thought that was a joke when he first told me. And then I saw them. Oh my God, this is another story. So within like a month of dating or something, he had a few drinks one night, and I guess he signed me up for a monthly sock subscription because he had like memorized my address from the one time he'd been over. So definitely could have been a serial killer. Lucky me, it was just socks. But that's just another example of how our weird just really matches up. There was another time, this was the night that I like knew this guy was for me, and I was like falling in love with him. We ended up at a totally empty club in San Francisco on Super Bowl weekend where DJ Pauly D was DJing, but there was not a single person in this giant club except for Pauly D and like his go-go dancers and his lighting people and the bartenders. And we had to beg our way into this club. I'm not joking. It was just the two of us. And that was the type of adventure or thing that I would totally do on my own. And it was so cool to be with someone who was doing it as well. Yeah. And then we were in there and like kind of watching. And at one point to me, Jarrett was like, we should go down on the dance floor and dance in a totally empty club. We were making eye contact with the one DJ with the only soul in there.
That's DJ Pauly D.
And I was like, yes, DJ Pauly D. And I was like, yeah, absolutely, we have to. But that would have been the thing I would suggest. Like, let's jump down and dance. Yeah. So it was fun to find someone who suggested that on his own. And the other great thing is, for as much as we line up in a lot of ways, we are also so different, and the balance there is really wonderful. And that's what I mean about finding someone who celebrates your authenticity. It doesn't have to match yours. Like, they don't have to be like you. In fact, I highly, recommend finding someone who balances you. And,
we don't need two soul cycle instructors in Hamilton gear together up there.
God bless.
That's just too much competition.
This man, he really, I really give him a lot to celebrate. Like every day is an adventure, but to find someone who just gets it and appreciates it and wants to be a part of it with you, but also totally has all their own wonderful things about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been together?
We've been together for, almost, I guess, what's 24 months minus 6? 18 months?
18
Math.
months.
I honestly don't know.
This is like a baby.
Yeah. Like February of 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we lived together down the road, and it's great.
Nice.
Let's go on to our question of the day.
Yep.
Question of the day is a little bit different. It's a story from my friend, and I just want to tell the story. I have her approval.
Love it.
So she's been dating this guy, and they're getting along. They're really great. And she's a little quirky, which I love. That's why we're friends. So she's over at his place one day, and his brother's over as well. And he asked her to get something from his bedroom in front of his brother. And so she's like really playful, and she makes animal noises every once in a while, like some of us do.
Totally.
And so she started running to the bedroom barking because she's like fetching something for him. So she's like, ruh, 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 like going to the bedroom, and comes back out and gives him whatever it was. So later on that night when the brother left, he sat down with her and said, hey, when you were barking earlier when my brother was here, I really didn't appreciate that. Can you make sure you don't do that again? At least not in front of my brother. And he was completely serious.
Yeah. First of all, I meow all the time. Like, I don't know why. Just like, meow. What? So I get it. I think talking to him and asking him why, like, why does that make you uncomfortable? Right. What is it about that? Because maybe there's like a deeper thing that they should be discussing in general. I think it's, how long have they been dating?
But she said like off and on for a few months, like 6 or 7 months.
Okay.
But it's like she said it was getting to a place that it was getting serious.
Yeah. Whew, that's tough. I would try to see what the deeper reason for why that would annoy him. Because it's okay for, I mean, I date an introvert. He is an introverted introvert. I am an extroverted extrovert. So there have been times in our relationship where Jarrett has had to communicate to me like, hey, when you tell me we're going home and then you surprise me by taking me to this bar to meet like 1,000 of your friends I've never met before and it's a giant party, that's a little overwhelming for me. Maybe tone that down a little bit. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think of that.
Right.
So I appreciated being able to like talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that if he doesn't dig her weirdness, then
what's the point? Yeah.
Right. But if there's something, if a dog barking is like a triggering noise for him, I don't know.
Or like the brother, like maybe there was something because it was his brother was there. I don't know. I mean, I think I agree with MK. It's like just have the conversation and see what the root cause was.
Right.
Yeah, because you don't know if like the brother's dog may have died and he's super sensitive to dog noises. I mean, there could be a billion reasons.
Or he's uncomfortable around his brother. Who knows?
Right. Exactly. There are a million reasons. So I would say just like talk about it and discuss. But also, it's been on and off again for 7 months.
Yeah.
But if someone can't accept the weird, then yeah, it's over. It's
time to move on. It's time to move on. It's hard to do that, right? Because if everything else is going well in a relationship, they just can't embrace this one aspect of you. It's hard to walk away. I understand why that's tough, but I think that's also going to pose more problems down the line if you stay in a relationship.
I think it depends. If it's the essence of your personality, that's kind of a big factor.
Yeah,
a little more than everything else that could be lining up. So.
But as with anything in a relationship, or if you're just dating someone casually, communication is so key. Mm-hmm. So it's not so much about the event that happened. It's about how you react to it and what you talk about.
Or even her being vulnerable and saying, this made me question if I can be myself with you, and seeing his response to that.
Yeah.
Julie, do you have any quirks? I don't know any of your quirks.
I mean, I'm sure I do. Let's be honest.
I wonder what your quirks are. Calistoga. You really love going to Calistoga.
I'm pretty authentic with you, so if you don't see them, then
yeah. And it's okay
maybe
too.
I'm just not that weird. I don't know.
Damn it. Yeah. Authenticity also, I think, doesn't have to necessarily just mean quirks.
Right.
It's like, I think too, like, God bless the people who are like chiller and a little bit more quiet.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
like that's their truth living. That's good. We need you. I need
I was
you.
gonna say,
Y'all keep
trust me,
balance.
I'm not holding back on
Yeah.
you.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
You're definitely very authentic with me. You're not trying to play any games. I like you.
If I can't play
equally.
games with you, then I don't know.
Awesome. Well, thanks, MK, for telling us the story.
Thank
This is
you
really
guys.
fun.
Oh
It's
my
like,
God.
I
It
love
was a
it. I
blast.
love it.
It was a blast.
Be
I'm really
yourself.
lucky.
Everyone else is taken.
Yeah.
Right?
and I also am obsessed with Hamilton.
Oh my God, amazing.
I've been listening to the soundtrack nonstop after I watched it.
It's so good.
It's so freaking good.
It's
so
so good. The next time Jarrett and I go on another Hamilton date, I'll be sure.
let me know.
We bring you along. For sure. For sure.
And listeners at home, we appreciate your authenticity through your stories. Tell us your stories. We would love to have you as a guest on our show or just entertain us. We love hearing all of your dating stories. And on that note, we'll wrap this up. 1, 2, 3.
Stay dateable.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.